Thank you. Director-General, please take a seat. Before I raise my first question, I would like to point out that there are standing microphones here on both sides of the chamber. And I want you to, if you want to ask a question, you should line up at these microphones and you will be taken in order. So my first question to you would be the role of IRENA, because we have a lot of international organizations with similar goals to promote the renewable energy and enhance the development, like IEA or other organizations, both regional and international. But what is the special role of IRENA in this context? We have a microphone there on your side.
I was going to revert the question to you, in fact, and say, what is the only intergovernmental organization that is a global membership that is dealing only with renewable energy? And the answer is IRENA. And this makes the difference between the other organization. The constituency is different, and this is the only global organization dealing with energy where the weakest part of the world is present and contribute to take decision. And I think is the most important aspect to be underlined. I want to be very frank. The future of the Paris Agreement, if you want to talk about the Paris Agreement, but more generally, I prefer to speak about the fight to climate change, is not in the developed world. Is in the developing world. Is there we have to win or lose the battle to limit the increase of the temperature on our planet. So this is the uniqueness, I can say, of the organization that may have the link that could be helpful in make this part of the world leapfrog and to go to an energy system that is more sustainable and in line with the needs to preserve our planet and its capacity to sustain life.
Thank you. We have a question there at the microphone.
Yes, hello. My name is Erik, and I'm from University of Iceland, exchange student from Uppsala University, Sweden. And I wonder, what kind of innovation do you think is the most important one that we still have in front of us so that we will be able to actually make a transition to renewable energy systems in the future?
So there are a few barriers that we have to tackle, and it means interconnection, means storage, means artificial intelligence, means smart grid, but it's also to disseminate the knowledge of area work that have not been yet deployed as they should be. For example, this morning, just to make an example, I learned about the huge potential of low temperature geothermal in feeding districts and cities that as end-use sector are the ones that are more difficult to electrify. So I think we have to overcome those barriers, so the political willingness to put in place the change that we need, and also to disseminate the knowledge of what is really in our hands. There are other things that are moving, like, for example, hydrogen. That I was yesterday in Rome on a seminar on hydrogen. There I put very clear that hydrogen is not for today, first of all. So if you want to stay in the windows, the IPCC reports gave to us had in 11 years, in fact it's less than 11 years. This is a potential that we cannot use. We have also tried to think, also in respect of this possibility of the future, that the future will be not similar to the past. So we have not to think about something that will substitute oil and carbon. We have to think differently. All countries will shape the mix that is better tailored with their own reality, the one that is more effective. This will give this geopolitical study that Iceland, Norway, and others are supporting very much. They will give another of the freedom, also globally speaking, in terms of policy, where all countries may have in their hands the capacity to feed their energy system and their economy.
Thank you. We have a question there on the left side.
Yes, hello. My name is Hlynur. I'm currently studying at the Reykjavik School of Visual Arts. I just wanted to be sure that I understood you correctly when you said that without more energy into the system, there cannot be economic growth. Was that correct?
Yes.
So you think there's no other way to increase economic growth without more energy into the system? No other way?
So this, I think, thinking from where you are coming to respond effectively, it could take a little bit, lot of time. When we are talking about growth, growth means quantity. When we talk about quantity, energy has to be there. When we talk about development, that means quality, we could think about something different. But for the time being, I think we have to be very clearly and say that energy is needed. Because if you go around the world, it's unacceptable. It's not just that we are enjoying this wonderful place, having our conference, having our coffee, and there are 800 million people that has not energy in their own house. This is not acceptable. Simply, it's not acceptable. So we have to provide the energy for those people to enjoy a life that deserves to be lived. So I'm always trying to make clear that we have to think about the quality. Naturally, we can ensure more quality of life without insisting on the growth in physical terms. But so that, please, trying to have clear mind that there is people that need to receive what they deserve for having a human life that has worth to be lived.
Thank you. This was a worthy final note because our time is up. Thank you very much, Mr. Francesco La Camera, and good luck with your work with the IRENA, and we are happy to see you in your new position. Grazie.